Hello, hello again. I'm back sooner than I planned because of boredom. As the title says, yes, it's really a non non-eventful evening here, and the weather is pretty awful as well. So yeah, I just had nothing better to do than, and then I said, why not have a little stream? I had it last Sunday also. I think it's a good thing to have Sunday streams because then it is the day when most people are at home and bored also. The day when most people are bored. What's going on? Anyway, what's going on, people? Um, I don't know why I'm sniffing. I just got a little burnout from cooking hamburgers, frying burgers, anyway. It's not too bad, just a little. Yeah. I had a shower, and before that, yeah. Yesterday I was out shopping a little bit. Nothing too much, nothing fancy, but has it happened to you that you sometimes mistake a fragrance? You buy the wrong fragrance. This has happened to me more than once, unfortunately. Some of these stores here are really quite poor at making distinctions. Yeah, hello, the wall is back. I kind of like how I look with it in the background. So I wanted to buy that Le Beau Paradise Garden, but instead I got the label. So now I gave it to my mother. She's got a summer scent. Hello, hey Daniel. Nice, happy Sunday to you as well. Yeah, well, blind buying is something else. I'm talking about buying the wrong stuff that you didn't really want. Anyway, it's a nice scent, really. Probably even better than the male Lebeau Paradise, the Lebeau, Paradise Garden, because I have tried that one previously, and I was, not too convinced. Doesn't really smell too different than the other two Le Boss, especially the first one, maybe. That's great, Josh. You are a good son. Yeah. Well, yeah, I need to get a few more. Fragrances now for the summer. Hello, Francisco. How are you, my good friend? How is the weather where you are? Here it's pretty awful. Well, yesterday it was really nice, but yeah, yesterday was a real summer day, but now it just keeps coming and going, that weather. So frustrating. It cannot stick long for longer than a couple of days. Stay. Yeah, right. I hate the rain. It's been raining so much here the last month. This spring and yeah, and blowing and a lot of wind. Yeah, hate it. Heat wave in UK. Rain today. You as well. All right. There you go. There you go. Have you seen the usual suspects? That's how Fenster says it. Benicio del Toro. I remember that Conan O'Brien sketch when he's at the Olive Garden with his snobby friend, and then he starts like teasing him, his friend who really loves Italy, And then he asks him, which meal in Italy does this remind you of? And he goes, doesn't remind me of any of them. And he goes, starts making up names, Rappiatella, Rustica Dambo, and then he goes, Benicio del Toro. No, I haven't even started. Sorry. Hey, Colin. No, no kebab. It was actually cod fish with potatoes boiled. Usually my mother makes a potato salad, but I couldn't get any vinegar yesterday, so. Hey, Colin, salute, my good friend. Hey, mate. How are you, mate? Colin. Yeah, I don't know why it says the connection is not 100%. That's weird. Mobland, yeah, that's on another channel. I don't have that channel. Well, we'll see. I'm now looking at a picture of Kylie. No, it's not a picture. It's a short clip. Kylie Jenner. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those women. Hey, just Frank, how are you, sir? This is a boxing brother here. I was thinking of maybe doing a boxing stream, but it just wasn't enough to talk about, and I knew it to be maybe you and pretty much that's it in the chat. So I said, let's do just an ordinary stream instead. Frank is a great guy, a great supporter. Yeah, I think I'll put on that Neptune's Trident afterwards. That's it's really nice, but the problem is it's weak. It doesn't last. It doesn't really project. Maybe if I spray it 10 times, maybe probably, but it's pretty weak because it's a tea and citrus fragrance. So tea fragrances are weak usually. Yeah, really weak. But it's made for the summer. I don't understand how that works. Yes, in the heat you really feel it, but now I have to wait till it gets really hot here. Well, hopefully July will be better. That's the big hope because last year it was like June was really nice, but July was terrible, awful. Hi, hey Andy, hello my good friend. What's up? Chris Eubank, Senior, you mean? Yeah, well, yes, I like to spray a little bit more because I feel a gentleman should smell really, really nice and strong and powerful. Yeah, that's what it is. Maybe I should talk like this for the rest of the stream. Andy Pendy. Yeah. I'm a gentleman, and a gentleman should never smell bad. Definitely. Chilling. But it's not, the weather isn't chilly and cold, right? Hope not. I don't think it can be in June. Maybe if you went to Antarctica. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Mandarino di Amalfi Acqua. Sound nice. It's like, hang on, Acqua di Parma has a Mandarino di Sicilia, right? Right? Yeah, same as here. I mean, only yesterday it was summery, but now again back to the just very ambiguous weather, rainy and cloudy. Like May temperatures, you might say. Yeah, like that. Yeah, also here now today. Yesterday it was 23 C's, but yeah, it's really dull weather. Yeah, sucks. But I guess that means that July will be better. That's like the main summer month, like when most people go on holiday, of course. Now you see it's warm too, really. Yeah, and I think Scotland is pretty cold, really cold as well. No different than Norway. I mean, maybe even worse. Rainy, I hate a lot of rain. Like, I could never live. I mean, here you have rain, but it's not like all the time. And, sometimes, like in 22, we barely had any rain. Most of the spring, there was no rain. So just sun. So much that they were starting to ask us to save up on the water, save the water. It's the first time ludicrous I ever heard that stuff. Like, you need rain so, to have enough drinking water. What the heck? Or water in general. How do they do in these Arab countries where there is hardly any rain all year? Or in Spain, like South Spain, whatever. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Just yeah, the climate has become so unpredictable. Like in Bosnia, and I don't know, it's like 40 degrees or something now. I don't want to. I don't want that either. I don't want extreme heat, of course, and it's quite dry. Dry heat. My eyes are up here. Looking where I got burned a little bit. Only meaning Iraq or Iran? Iran. Because the Iraq war has been over for like over 20 years. I think many people mix those two. Yeah, Iran. I told us. I thought. That sucks. Well, on the Iran war, Iran, Israel. Yeah, I mean that's a war that has been in the making for a long time. Obviously, Yeah, yeah, that's what I don't like. You see, I mean, I've seen people, and the famous actress Gal Gadot. She was making a speech about the rise of anti-Semitism, and but it's like you should focus on what the real cause, the real thing going on. That is not about people really hating on the Jews or everybody, every Israeli, but they are really resentful of the fact that Israel has gone too far, in their defense, let's say, against Hamas, and that's what's going on, really. That should have been over like a year ago, really, at least, if not even more longer. That offensive, So, but I've seen a lot of different, like some people posting articles or video clips where Supposedly they're showing the market in Gaza, it's all full of stuff, and they're saying that it's the merchants that are starving their own people and stuff like that. And I just have a hard time believing that. I would blame O.J. Simpson for everything, but he's dead. You see that he's dead or he's dead. Really? All right, he died. So many famous people have died lately. I mean, it's hard to keep up. All war is bad, yeah, of course. And but yeah, I just feel like this is not a good time to really choose sides. This is not about flags, which country, which side you support. It's about humanity, being on the side of humanity and against war. And against unnecessary killing of civilians, of course. So what was I gonna? Oh yeah, O.J. Simpson. Let's see when he died. He died last year. Okay, yeah, I forgot that. April 10th. Yes. Well, he had a lot of sins on his on his neck, as they say here anyway. Yeah, I mean, he had a really big sin anyway. Where's the rocket? Yeah, very true, very true. I mean, especially today, it's not a good time for democracy or human rights. Really, it's not. Because you have these great, powerful leaders and who have been there for a long time now, in the seat, and it's very hard to remove them. Even in Serbia, like which isn't, of course, a powerful country, but now their president has been there for many years, and nobody has wanted him, like since I don't know 2016, 17 maybe now already. But they just cannot. Bring him down. They just cannot make him resign. It's crazy. So many mass demonstrations have been. I mean, Dushan can tell you also, of course, he knows. So many massive demonstrations against him, like the last 5 years or something. And he's still there. So it's a really bad time. The evil is flourishing and it's terrible. I mean, it's only in countries like here, that you still have normal leaders like that are elected every 4 to 8 years and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't like the French president either. Macron. Macron is a cabron in Spanish. Hey, Mike. Wow, it's been a while, good buddy. Salute. Hey, 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 hey. How you been? I assume you told me you were very busy at work and stuff. Yeah, work is such a drag, man, but sometimes it's good to have something to do also. Of course, Yoshi, that's the real truth. You said it all there. Yeah, you never trust the government. Like Roger Waters sang that song, Pink from the Wall, song Mother. Mother should have trust the government. Mother should have go run for president. Mother should have trust the government. Mother will they put me in the firing line? Oh, is it just a waste? Really? Yeah, it's not really my thing. Fragrance streams. Well, I'm happy you are back and streaming anyway. Yeah, anytime you want to talk about a different side of it, you can call me. Like the last time I was there, talking about fragrance addiction, the buying addiction. That's a very real issue and problem today, of course. Sorry. 13 people are here. Wow. Like the stream, of course. Thanks. Thank you in advance. If you want to hop on, Mike, I can give you the link. Just say the word. All right, in the gym. Okay, that's all right. Then you don't want to hop on. If you're running on a treadmill, I seen a guy once hop. He was on Reaper stream. He was running on a treadmill. Yeah, the whiskey Reaper. You like him or hate him, he is always gonna stay. He's always gonna be there. I actually haven't seen anything by him for like 2 years at least, maybe even longer. On New York Intense. You mean Mike's opinion? Because I don't know that one. Shaking rust off, yeah. That guy, he'll never change, man. I just don't know why. Well, maybe I do. I don't understand why Carlos is streaming with him now, but it's because of the entertainment value. He brings, even though it is, yeah, not the best kind of entertainment. New York Intense. I wore recently. It's a modern classic for a sophisticated man. Who makes that? Yeah, I know he's harmless, but he can be annoying. Also. What can you do? What are you gonna do? Oh, George Galloway streaming. That guy. I like him, but he's a little bit too, maybe sometimes too radical. I don't know. George Galloway is Scottish. He's not a politician anymore. I think anyway. He used to be. He's a political activist and yeah, commentator. Who? Which company? Yoshi? Well, he didn't get run over, did he? Well, almost. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to unblock, what's his name, Spence, because I want to hear what he has to say, and stuff. Yeah, I blocked him because of, why, what he said about me in that, in the stream they had. Oh, yeah. The community in shock. See all the hidden users. Somebody hid. Damn it, Yoshi. You hid Karen. All her. Alright, here. That's why she wasn't here, alright, last time. Yeah, like. Maybe this time she will. Oh, Anuj is here. How about that? Hey, Anuj. I was wondering if you will ever show up. Hey, nice to see. Great to see you, really. Yeah, I know. Right. So now I unblocked Karen. I thought Yoshi had. I thought you had unblocked her. That's why I didn't do it. Didn't do it. Do it. There is Spencer, the influencer. Well, I'm glad you liked my song, Spence. If you can sing. If you want, you can sing along. Anuj has been really missed. Yep. Yeah, I'm glad you find it funny. Yeah, it was just an idea I got. I was actually walking outside and thinking about, because I had made a video about influencers, of course, and then suddenly I'm like, Spencer, he thinks, influencer, and then I'm like, Spencer, the influencer, that sounds like a great title. Yeah, but no disrespect, in my songs, I never really seek to harm, to ridicule anybody, really. Just like with Dave. Dave took it really well, by the way. My song, sorry. I was looking at Mike's comment because Dave is a really mature individual, and yeah, yeah, that's why I wonder. He doesn't want his enemies to see enemies. Anyway, Karen, hello, Kichi. Forget I said that name. um, hey, thanks for being here. Okay, my good friend. Have a good dinner. Enjoy your dinner. See you. Bye. Good was it wasn't about me. Yeah, yeah. It's not really about you. I just use your name. And the fact that you didn't like what I said in the video. It was that other situation. Yeah. Well, you know that other. You must understand. What happened was about me really being fond of your friend. You and maybe now well, doesn't matter. We all know who it is. I don't have to say her name if you don't want me to. And yeah, it just was like I was seeing her go on the other stream all the time, and I was like, you can understand it would piss off somebody. I mean, it's not like I had expectations that she would be on my stream all the time, but you know, it is a little complicated, really. Anyway, I saw it as a little slight sign of disrespect, maybe, I don't know, but or just disappointment, I don't know really. That's right. But now, I don't really care anymore. I mean, she chose, let's say, what she chose, and yeah, I don't know. Really, it's not real life, but it's real people. I mean, so that's complicated, But yeah, I mean, basically, Spencer did kind of start this ravine when he asked me to talk about it. I shouldn't have done it. I should have said just everything is cool. I have no problem, and that's all. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm glad to have at least two of my moderators here, by the way. Yeah, I don't like when people make it bigger than it should be, the drama. All right, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm also kind of, I have to look out after my mother quite a lot. Even though now she's doing better than she was a couple of months ago, anyway. Hey, Kichike, tell me what fragrance you are wearing. Yeah, the day of rest as God commanded. Well, we had a bit of drama on Uj, unfortunately, but it's better not to talk about. Not me and her. No, not between me and her. Fortunately, our friendship is still as strong. Go ahead, friends. All right, I will for sure. I don't, do these lists, summer fragrances anymore and stuff like. I was thinking about it, and I'm like, nah, and I don't have much new stuff, Also, I hate making recycling the old lists, and what's the point? Until I get enough, like five, six at least new. Well, I have a couple, but not so many. Until I get enough new fragrances for summer, I will not be making any lists. Maybe not, never, never again. I don't. Never say never. Yeah, a ball of drama. No, 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 no. I really wanna see what you got there. What I should think about buying. It's just a little, to address that whole thing for last time. I felt it was unnecessary mean the way they reacted anyway. So, but that's all. No need to go after somebody's looks. You go after my character, but don't go after my looks. It's not like I'm some kind of freak show or something. So yeah, bitchy man or friends. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Exactly. Unfortunately, yeah, Yoshi. Like the most masculine men, they have like three, four fragrances usually they wear. That's it. That's it. Five maybe, and some don't even use them really. Yeah, well, they need to have fun. Well, thank you, Anuj. Yeah, I made a mistake. Definitely, I made a mistake. And if you are going to roast me for that mistake, and don't say, "Oh, look at him. Who does he think he is? He's not good looking. He's not this. He's not that." And his hair is is bad, and his beard is bad, and I don't really care. I'm not never gonna say, "Oh, in that case, I should get a new haircut or shave." Or I don't really care, man. Parabens, making the man. Yeah, as I said to Yoshi earlier and a couple others, Dushan, I think I was watching this stream by this guy, very laid back guy called Brian, and I'm like, this is what I really like watching. I don't enjoy guys who dress up. I don't. I don't enjoy watching guys who dress up who have these fancy intros, like and fancy music. If that's what they want, it's all right. But I don't enjoy it because that for me is kind of putting on a little too much show. For a fragrance stream, it's not gonna be if it was a music stream or in some kind of I don't know entertainment stream, then it would be all right. But it's about fragrances, so yeah, Brian the legend. Yeah, he's all right. He's just a very laid back, chilled guy. and it's so easy to talk to these people, and they are really interested in what people are saying in the channel. So that's why I don't really like people who just pretend they don't see your messages, or yeah, just sometimes don't even respond to any of them. Like at the end of stream, he goes, "Oh, let me read some messages now," and he reads five, six, and that's all. I hate that. I'm not gonna say who does that. I think you all know. Hours long open panel. Well, the problem is you can get some people, some guests that are some unwanted guests. You know who I'm talking about. Wink, wink. But yeah, I mean, I don't. I like it. Maybe it's a good thing for you. You are very kind of spontaneous. That's your strength. Yeah, that's the thing. If you also are in the watch community, if you know people, then they would be probably interested in being there. I don't know, but yeah, I would definitely hop on a little bit anyway. Oh, look at Cardi B. I know. I don't like women like her. They're too heavy, too big. I don't see the beauty in that really. Watch fragrance and doll. That would be too much. Maybe yeah, or have someone from the doll community and fragrance and watch and then boxing also. That would be like 8 hour madness. Yeah, exactly. But well, how long would you stream like with Maji or 5 6 hours maybe? Or, 8 9 hours. That's too long really. I don't know how Maji could do it. I mean, come on, it's crazy. Yeah, of course, that's a good thing. Hey Aram, hey salute, my mod friend. Man, I have three or was it four of my mods here. No, Anuj is not a mod, so it's three. Great stuff. Can't remember when was the last time I had three mods here. Yeah, I think in future I will do streams on Sundays really often, unless I have something. I never have anything better to do. Who am I kidding? On a Sunday, unless I'm maybe too tired, don't feel like it. I mean, gangster community, yeah. Well, ex gangster. 21 people here. Wow. Yoshi. That would be too much fun. Yes, Andy. Yeah, I'm gonna have a little bit, a stream that a star. Yeah, right. When I was thinking of doing covers, cover songs, because I already had my songs streaming. Some really great people here. Oh, really? Well, that doesn't surprise me. Boxing attracts all kinds of people. Yeah, that's what I don't like about it. That community. There are really some nasty assholes there, but fortunately, I the ones that I am in contact with, they are really nice, upstanding people, like Bruce and Joshua and Frank that was here earlier. Yeah, and Rodolfo. I talk about drama. I never use the bird to talk shit on someone else's channel. Yeah, well, people do that, of course. Do you use a burner? I never use. I don't have a burner really on nowhere. I don't see the fun in it. Jimbo only prays on Sunday, so won't be here. He's having a bad hangover, I would say, rather. Hangover, hangover. Well, yeah, I mean, I think Spencer, when he heard that I wrote a song using his name, I think that's what pissed him off. But he also said it was the thing with Karen. So I mean, yeah. Listen, I mean, she's pretty. She's really something. She's pretty special. That's for sure. So she's kind of easy to like. Yeah, but unfortunately, there has been some things. Maybe I don't. I don't really want to go there. I mean, like many other young women who go there to that stream there, she can be frustrated sometimes and kind of take it out maybe on some people. I don't know, but that's her thing. I don't judge her. Apologize. I still like her, and I thought we really had a good. We really connected on that stream. On the stream, she was on the first time, and it was a great experience for me really to have someone new there who was a woman and really interesting and charming and intelligent. So yeah, use Burns to go to Joey Central for fodder for his streams. Huh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I just stay away from that place. Did he will be asked at the pearly gates. Yeah, right. Now I get pissed off. It doesn't make sense because I don't do it. Of course, I didn't say that. Of course. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, I managed to find quite many rhymes. Boss, not K chat. Mega Karen. Hey, listen. I mean, I cannot help it. I mean, I know there's been really some bad stuff going on, but still, she was here last Sunday and kind of, she didn't just come to talk shit. I mean, about who, but she kind of was at first talking to me, like asking how I have been, and so yeah, and I apologized, of course, before that, and that's why she knew she could talk to me, you know, again, and but I just hope we can, get past this once and for all. I know, but I don't want to get in the middle of that. Unfortunately, I don't know, fell out for whatever reason. I can only imagine what the reason was. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It is very complicated. It is not good, definitely. but now I don't want to go there too long, too far. So turn this into another drama stream. It's been enjoyable so far. The thing is, I was in a really kind of uh, extraordinary situation, a month or so ago, and that's why. Otherwise, I wouldn't have behaved like I did. But that was when I had no filter on. So when you know her, she slammed you for you simping for her. Well, she didn't say that. I mean, she said that you had asked or spread rumors about her or stuff like that. And I don't know if it's true, but I mean, yeah, boss unleashed. Maybe somebody has talked bad about you to her. I don't know. Okay, maybe somebody has been, feeding her information. I don't know. That wasn't completely, how do you put it, correct. I don't know really. I don't wanna. I don't wanna guess. Her at all. No, hell, streamer. Yeah, it's been. I think there's been somebody that someone has kind of back talked you and probably slagged you off, and yeah, because I don't know why. When she was on my stream in April, she sounded really like she kind of liked you. She said like, I hope Kay is well. And you said nice things about her on my stream also when we were streaming, and so yeah. Yeah, obviously someone is lying and they want you to not be friends obviously with her, and because that way she also won't maybe make up with me, and for real. And I really don't know what's going on, but like you said, yeah, you were surprised about her, that about the way she reacted in the chat when you said hello to her in the cannoli chat. So I don't know really. It's just a sad thing that has happened because it was unnecessary. I take a part of the blame definitely. Unfortunately I'm partly to blame for it, because without this thing that I did, probably wouldn't have happened. But yeah, I mean, that's why you should never do this kind of drag your dirty laundry out in public, and there will be always somebody who will be out to kind of profit from it and turn it into their own fun. Yeah, how she treated me, she can fuck all. Oh, Yoshi, come on, don't go anywhere. Be John for man. You know where I first heard of that one from Friends. There's an episode where Joey works in the men's department and selling that fragrance Bijan for men. Bijan. When he's competing against the hombre. Cappuccino. Who the hell is this? Hi. Yeah, it was. I don't think they have a reason to talk about me because, yeah, I did apologize and both to Joey and Karen. So, yeah, same thing happened like it did like 2 years ago, more or less. I also I also had kind of thought back then that this woman was really, I don't know, maybe she was into me, but she wasn't really single and she lived far away and stuff. So I just kind of I jumped. I did made a fool's rush in. So that's what this was also. I heard you do great fragrance reviews. So all right. Well, thank you. Well, I don't think I do great fragrance reviews, but I think and hope I'm a little different than the ordinary people, the crowd that talks about fragrances. Thank you, and nice to have you here. Rama is life with the dull bits. Yeah. Live stream community is very tribal. Yeah, it is. Like this stream crowd tribe against that stream tribe. And you have allies and you have enemies, and yeah, just bullshit. I hated seeing you so well. Yeah, it was very upsetting, when I watched it. And I watched it again. I shouldn't have done it. Once was bad enough. And yeah, just, yeah, I know. Sometimes you get almost hooked on drama, and you want to be in the spotlight. And that's very, very bad, really. Very bad. Yes. The thing is, Fracom has really dried out, no, since last year, and it's been pretty dull and hard for people to take that. I don't know. Jupe. Have I ever tried Jupe? There are a few different ones. Maybe once, but I really can't tell you if I like it or not. It's been a long time since I tried it. Yeah. Maybe others can tell you what they think. People who have, maybe some of you have owned Jupe home. The original one, right? Well, Mike, Yoshi, Anuj, K, what do you think about Jupe? Yes, 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 of course. And I was really friends with the people on that stream, and on Joey's stream, of course, and really good, had good relationship with Joey, Jupe his ass. I think it's kind of considered an old-fashioned, too sweet, too strong. I know fragrance now. It used to be big in the 80s and maybe early 90s and stuff. Yeah, probably. Yeah, they want attention, and sometimes maybe they see someone else is getting more attention and they get jealous, of course, and then they try to to spread rumors about that person and whatever, whatnot. Jew Femme, Cool Water by Davidoff. I don't know, I haven't tried it, but it's very famous. I know many people own it. My summer fragrance now is, well, I have Nautica Voyage. Yeah, it's kind of good. It's all right for the heat. And John Varvatos, artisan pure. Yeah, a number of not poop, poop fam. Mont Blanc individual. You know what? I never really tried any Mont Blanc that I really like. I like that red one that came out maybe 3 years ago. I don't know. I forget the name. A very red bottle. But yeah, even that was nothing special. I don't get all the hate Nordica Voyage gets. It's just people are like it's because it's old, I guess. Like it's not 2006, five, whatever. Homme la parfum gets praised, right? I heard good things about Boss Bottle the Absolute. Yeah, I even tried it. I think was it last year, probably in the autumn. Yeah, it smelled good. Kylie Jenner, man. How many kids does she have now? Tobacco. Well, that sounds pretty nice to me. I like tobacco, for instance. Booze. Yeah, it can be good too, I guess. The Parfum Tube is the one I hear the most praise for. Yeah, cool. What the hell is wrong with this guy? Fucking Donald Trump. Hmm. Sharon Stone, 67. Yeah. I don't like the fact that she had those plastic surgeries so she can look more like her half sister Kim, of course. Well, don't you know he's attacked Iran? Yeah, all those Kardashian Jenners are hideous people, really terrible. That's a no-brainer. Everybody knows that by now. Also, Kendall Jenner is. I really don't know how anybody. I mean, she's not beautiful. I don't find her beautiful at all. She's just tall and slim. That's like apparently all it takes to be successful in modeling now and to come from a famous family. Yeah, of course. And they don't give a shit about the little people, of course. Oh, hello, Karen. You are still a huge drama star, okay? That's why no one likes you. I don't know. I don't know if she still is. Well, maybe, but I'm sure they do, Yoshi. Yes, sure does. I just wish we could all talk, like adults, and it would be good actually if we could have a stream maybe just, but I don't think Karen would want to be there where she and Kay kind of you know talked it over. Yeah, because where's Kay now? Who is blocked? I don't think she is. Who is blocked? Why don't I see it when people get blocked? Yoshi, Yoshi. Don't do it. I told you already 10 times. God damn it! Now I gotta go and unblock her. Why can't I see when somebody gets blocked? It's really well. The thing is, anyway, just to tell Karen this, Quick K claims that she hasn't really spread any rumors about you, so that's what is going on. No, she's not blocked. I think she's timed out. She's not here on this list anyway. All right, so she was obviously timed out. Okay, did you time her out, Yoshi? Yeah, maybe even too great. So, hey, salute M. I'm gonna just call you M from now on. Yeah, sometimes. All right, all right. Sometimes it may be better that both people who are in a quarrel, they don't go take another dab. Dab. You sound stressed, Yoshi. Please. We must have a little bit, you know, a little banter can be healthy, but bring her back in free speech. Yeah, I don't think there can be a solution really here because they are both very angry. Unfortunately, I don't think so. Some people just don't get along. Nobody was banned. Yeah. Anyway, the thing is, no, come on. The thing is, you know what? I don't want to talk about it really. The thing is, I'm just gonna say is that this is just bullshit, too much bullshit. I don't know if Kay really spread any rumors. She said she didn't, and I believe her. So maybe somebody else told Karen something and that wasn't true about Kay. I don't know. So I don't really want to talk about it anymore. It's just unfortunate that I have to choose, between people. Yeah, exactly. I think she's mad at you because, and she said it on Joey's stream, that didn't show up to that stream. It was gonna be, you know, balls and K stream, and she feels that it's your fault. It's your fault that that happened. That I started talking about her. So that's what she feels. I can see it. It's very obvious. Well, I think we already made up. She did attack me, and I apologized. And well, yeah, I don't really want to choose. Okay, I want to have you both here, really, and because it makes the stream more fun. In Yoshi, don't dare really, don't time her out, alright? Don't block her. Don't time out anybody. Let's see if he has blocked her now. Okay, you didn't block her, that's alright. From now on, you can time out people, but don't block anybody, right? Unless I tell you to. You only time out people if they go too far, of course, if they are very abusive. Thank you, Kay. Thank you. The best way is silence. Yeah. Yeah, and I believe you, Kay. I said I believe you. I don't think Kay did really wanted any harm because why would she talk so nice about Karen then before? When we had that stream talking to Joey also, where we kind of squashed the beef, Kay was really very complimentary of you, Karen. And I don't know what happened in the meantime, but you know what? She is really trying hard. That's what happened in the past. That's in the past. Yeah, I do want them both here because because I don't want to drive people off if they don't have if they are here to look at to watch me. I mean, if they want to be here. And Karen obviously wants to be here. I don't think she's only here to attack Kay. I don't know. I hope not. But yeah. Nah, it's all right. I'm not a small boy for sure. Some wounds never truly heal, but it's not all right. As I said, I'm sorry if Karen has, had any unpleasantries because of what I said or anybody connected to my streams, my channel. That wasn't the intention to hurt anybody. But I was in a very sensitive state a month ago, and yeah, damn it, it just happened. Okay, you do get all four people watching those other streams as well, I guess. The DLD think well. Yeah, he started the whole thing. That's the problem. He started the potato calling the thing. Nobody was calling me that before he did. So Even people who disliked me, you know. That's really good, Kay. Low key ruthless. I have to be a man, you know. Be a man, be a man, be a man. You stay away from my son. You stay away from my son. That was a little too much sliced alone rather than De Niro. You stay away. I can't do it. Why can't you see what's going on? Yes, sadly, so your she. But somebody's messaging me. Okay, you know, I was about to say I like Kay and Karen both, so that's why this is so difficult for me to, and I don't want to choose any sides, and it kind of really is painful for me watching them argue and yeah, that's all. What's going on with Chaos Fragrances? Tell us, please. I watched something that you talked about him. Not like Erica, huh? So, you know, it's like in the Phil Collins song. How many times am I gonna say I'm sorry? Sorry, I'm just responding to K. It's not easy. No matter what lie she tells, she's a nasty person. I don't think she is. I mean, sometimes when she's angry, she can be maybe. I don't know. Well, Kay is angry now that I let you talk about her, so you can never please everybody. Of course, I understand it. Every day those around, sure. You know, Karen, I don't know what happened. Did somebody tell you something about Kay, or did you really? Do you know this for a fact that she has spread rumors about you? That's the big question. If you could answer that, that would be good. Don't mute her, Yoshi. All right? Don't mute her. You keep muting her, Yoshi. Please. I don't want to take your wrench away. You're making me look like a putz here, brother. Hmm, that's true. Let the ladies sell this live on stream. I can't. No, I know. I would. I said earlier I would maybe like to have a stream with them too. You know, talking it out, but that could have been could become too unpleasant. Maybe I don't know. Too personal. I'm 5'8". Oh, she's not blocked. She's timed out. Yeah. All right, Yoshi. You. What did I say? Why don't you listen to me? What the hell is going on? I said don't block. Don't mute her. Right. I said you can only mute people if they are being. Well, maybe he thought that was nasty. All right. Don't mute Karen anymore. Okay. That's an order. Now I have to look in the. Shit, this is too much. This is too much aggravation. Mm, no. There is nothing here. Nobody's been blocked. She was. Yeah, but you cannot just mute her right away. I mean, anyway, she is watching this still, I hope. So she heard what I said. I wanted to her to tell us what really exactly happened, you know. Let's see here. No, she's not blocked, alright. This sucks, man. Minecraft. Yeah. Well, yeah, that was kind of nasty what she said. That was nasty. So I guess, you know, it's not a good idea to have to keep this up. It'll just be more. And Kay will get angrier even at me than she is right now. Crazy guy. Live barbecue. Anyway, I know I wish it wasn't like that. I hope that this will cool down eventually, but maybe that's too much to hope for. I don't know. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it must be terrible having to work on a Sunday. Come on, that's weird. I thought Mexico was a Christian country. What the heck? Luigi and Mario, boss. People, people, people. Yeah, now the stream is on fire. 26 people. Everybody liked the stream. I don't know really. Both are very hard to resolve. I'm only laughing because I'm crying inside really. Man. Oh, right. Okay, I get it now. I get it. In USA, it's all work, work, work. Yeah. Karen, you don't have to come in with a new account every time because you're not blocked. You're just timed out, right? For how long did you time her out, Yoshi? 24 hours? I don't think you can do that. I don't wanna live a lie. I don't wanna say goodbye. 5 minutes, okay, well. Pornhub. I guess you go there all the time. Of course you do. No. It's your favorite. Hey, thanks. Thank you. Thanks. Tell her I wish her a good year also. Yeah, just a very tough, tricky situation, If I let her on, if I, yeah, if she posts more about Kay, Kay gets angry at me, and I don't really want anybody to go, to leave, unless they are being really, pain in the ass, and I mean, abusive to me or anybody else, but she wasn't blocked anyway. Tell her that she was just timed out, by the way. Yeah, I wish it would could have been different, this whole situation. Indeed, Yoshi, you have a point. If that is gonna be the reason that she's here, then I don't. Then I rather not have her here. If it's all gonna be about Kay and how much she dislikes her, right? Well, she can still hop on if she wants, but maybe if she's gonna talk about Kay, then it's better not to. I'm not interested. I know what's going on. So, yeah, where are you going? Don't leave. Nobody wants you to leave now. Be loyal. Oh, bye to her. All right. Yeah, that's what I thought also. Yeah, no, the situation is a little too difficult. So of course, I don't really now have anything. I never really had anything against Karen. Of course, you know that. But now this situation with her and Kay really makes everything so difficult. Of course, I don't wanna be forced to choose. But yeah, fuck it. Just a lot of. Yeah, I know. Okay, you are not really to blame. I mean, I don't know who or what got in her head, but she is convinced that you have been really back talking her, and yeah, what does that mean? White knighting. Got a good. Okay. Yeah, I'm not enjoying this at all, of course. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on there. But as for RXL saying the mafia brings people and they can take them away, I don't really. It's fine. I'm fine with 15 people or 10 people as long as that I know they are here just because they want to be here. They like me and want to talk to me. You know, that's the thing. So 15 or 30 people, yeah, what's the difference? He was super nice to you about all this. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he showed himself. He handled it as a man, not as a boy, as a drama king or queen, whatever. And I said sorry to him, and yeah, there is no grudge going on now. Yeah, I was glad we were able to talk like you know people and not just bash each other. And yeah, I'm only here for the drama. Don't get it twisted. Well, all right, with 20 people on now. Was being Yeah, but the issue is if I'm nice to Karen, then Kay is angry at me, so I cannot be cool with it both. That's the problem. No, no, I listen to Mike a lot. Yeah, it's not my job to reconcile them. I would like to do it if I could, but at the moment it seems difficult. I feel like Karen should give Kay a chance and they should talk it over and explain. You know, Kay can explain herself, and Karen can then say what she thinks, or just say her story. It would be like Falcon and Winter Soldier. My issues guy just wants to trash. Well, she did it right after, but that's now almost a month. Yoshi, it's been a month. It's been a fucking month. Okay, yeah, I understand that. Nobody can force you to talk to somebody you don't want to talk to, of course. Slow. I don't know. I don't know if she called me slow, really. Yeah, it's that the stuff was that my actions were not about me being weak, definitely about being just emotionally fragile and well, maybe that respect you can say I was weak, but fragile I would say rather. So obviously this will not just blow away, this even though we nobody talks about it now, well, not so much anyway. It is still there, it is buried under the drama. You guys. People, Jimbo is here. Yeah, you're late. You missed the best bits. Jumbo, we need you, Jimbo. I thought you were praying. Yeah, it's a little. I'm just gonna say it's a little extreme to go from even with what I did, with that video. It's a little extreme to go from quite being kind of like a big fan of me to really saying that I was a little how do you call it? How did she put it? A closet midget and yeah, like weak man, bitch man, whatever. So hmm, well, she wasn't really doing that. I mean, she was the one that started the name calling first. Nothing. We had a little Karen versus Kay rumble here. SmackDown. Dua fragrances. Are they a clone brand? Yeah, I heard of Dua like a couple years ago. What's so funny, Yoshi? Что смешно? Что смешно? Dua trash. Yeah, I don't think it just don't sound very good. So I feel like I maybe should get also an apology. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, Temu. So I see this Temu thing being very like mentioned, used as the new kind of expression for something that's kind of cheap quality stuff. Well, yeah, I think I deserve an apology from someone. So, but I don't think I will get it. The thing is, people are very like, they can talk all the shit they want, but once you say something about them, it's like, oh, boss just crossed the line. He needs to apologize, and then I do, but then that's all. They don't say anything. They don't apologize. They don't even go, oh, I was wrong about you and stuff like that. Yeah. The thing is, I just wish. No, I'm not gonna say it. Fuck it. I'm done talking about this anyway. I never tried Reaper really. Sorry, Sarah Reaper. I never haven't yet tried it. I heard it's kind of yeah, so stays ready drinking. Yeah, it's something. One thing is to say that you find me boring. My streams are not your cup of tea. All right, fair enough. Then don't come here and try to provoke me. That's the thing. But when you go after my everything, my appearance and way I dress and way I speak and everything. My character, that's a different ballpark to any good music. Of course, I always do. Yeah, just Yoshi, I was gonna say that just from looking at their bottles, it looks like very chemical kind of fragrances. The way everything looks, very kind of artificial. What have I been listening to? Nothing special, just the good old stuff. Mostly not much new music. Music. There was this really funny guy from Bosnia. He was on the Eurovision, song contest way back in 2004, and he was he's gay, but very very kind of funny, very gay guy, and he was singing like sing not music. He was saying music is what I want, music is what I need. Yeah, hurt people. Very true, Yoshi. I'm gonna pin this. How do you pin it? Like this. Start, I mean. Yeah, and that was a very personal attack there on that stream, and yeah, it wasn't very professional. Very, yeah, even though I understand why it happened, but it was not done in a discreet way at all. It could have been just about, Karen saying, "Oh, boss put out a video where he mentioned me and said this and that, and I didn't like it. Dare, how dare he?" And Joey could have said, "Yeah, I know that wasn't nice. I saw it, but so and so." But instead, they just gathered all these people who just talk a lot of shit about me. And I know, I mean, MZ called me an Eastern European misogynist. Like, there's so much stereotyping, But now it's all, you know, under the rug. Hey, there's not much team. A lot of drama. That's the team. Yes, yes. But I did admit I was wrong, And but I just thought, as I said, you all could have been a little more, especially people like you and Joey who have known me like a couple of years now, and you know that I'm not some just a troll who is out for attention and whatever, just some asshole. So I really didn't say. I don't feel like I said anything terrible about Karen. Really, that would warranted that kind of reaction. One thing I take back is that I said that she was like, she had comments. Well, there were a few comments of sexual nature, yeah, but I didn't want to say that she was smitten with me. I cannot say that. I don't know if she was, but I was smitten with her. That was the thing. That was the case. But it was also about me, seeing another side of her on Joy's streams that didn't exactly fall to my liking, and you said a lot. I don't want to have it clipped so you can see for yourself. Yeah. Well, now that video was deleted also, bear that in mind. But the video where you all were taking me down hasn't been deleted. So, Yeah, you must might ask why. But I can't force anybody to delete anything. It's about goodwill, we keep transcripts, whatever. I know what I said. I went a little too far off there on her, but as I said, it was fueled by a lot of stuff. Right, the bottom line, I shouldn't have said this about her because I like her, right? So that's all. But I guess I was a little not only disappointed but surprised that she became so like I don't know how to put it, so domesticated on Joey's channel. I didn't expect that, to be honest. I thought she was a little different because when I first met her in Rich Mitch's channel as Dahlia, she just seemed very like classy and sophisticated. So yeah, and I'm sure she is, but there's a side of her I don't know that's different, I guess. So I didn't expect her to have that side. That's all. Just keep being you. Thank you. Yeah. Well, needs a bunker buster. But yeah, as I said, still, I don't have any bear any grudge towards Dahlia. Let's say, I actually prefer calling her Dahlia because while she was still using that name, everything was fine. So, Dahlia, yes. And yeah, so anyway, I will just explain why it all happened. There was some kind of disappointment factor, why she was having such a great time on my stream. Suddenly, she's not very eager to go on, and she spends so much time on Joey's stream suddenly, and I just couldn't make any sense of it. But now, yeah, I know they are friends. It's so cool. As I said, me and Joey, we are very cool right now. No disrespect to him. I mean, it's just that his streams. It can get pretty racy, to put it that way. Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Dennis. You're right. Thank you, Kay. It's true. Thanks, Andy. We should. I mean, I don't know why this stuff happens, how it happens. But once the wheels are rolling in motion, it's hard to stop it, the drama. Always someone who will, some kind of interloper who wants to have their fun, with it. And then they set out rumors and, yes. Well, I don't want to erase anybody. I will always, remember that stream with fondness, definitely, where she joined me, and because I had a good time, really. And yeah, so I thought we really connected, and that's all. I don't want it to get nasty anymore, ever, ever, between me and her, or between me and Joey. Also, Mike is the best. I mean, I really like Mike. There is no lying in him, you know. There, he'll tell you what he thinks of you, you know. He might be polite about it because he's a nice guy, but he will always tell you the truth. Yes, very, very well said, Yoshi. Another star comment from you. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. They don't know me either. How can they? I don't know them. So that's the thing, you know. You can only know a little of them. Let's say a fraction. Yeah, you know that name is very popular in Eastern Europe. It's actually comes from Russia. You know, I didn't know that until a few years ago. That surprised me. But it is a Russian version of a name Dionysus. You know, the Greek god. I extend the same energy people extend. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the only thing that I kind of, I don't know really. When I think about it, I don't really can. I don't have the right to demand anything from anybody. I think I should have spoken more to Joey about this. I think he was the one who could have probably solved it. But you know, the problem is he wanted me to be on his stream, but now lately I have started going to bed earlier, and he streams so late, and you know, yeah, I wish I could have gone on and just kind of, you know, kind of confronted, let's say, Karen about this, or tried to. I don't know, but maybe nobody, she wouldn't have liked that, probably. That's the thing, you know, she wouldn't have liked that. She wouldn't have appreciated that, probably. And Spencer, you said that I should have come and sang karaoke for her, but you know, I don't sing so late, and some people will probably use that to tease both of us and stuff. Yeah, thank you, Dennis. Yes, so the problem is when you are angry about your life, and then you let it spill over, you let it, the anger control you, and then you start, you know, being angry at people. That's what I have done. I know that very well. I've done that in the past. I feel bad about something, about myself, maybe a part of myself, or something I haven't done, you know, something I haven't fulfilled in my life. There are many things, really, but, and sometimes it just pisses me off. Like now, earlier, you know, you're in the group, I was suddenly kind of lost it for a while because nobody was talking. I was trying to get people to engage in conversation. Yeah, nobody deserves anything. That's true. Well, mostly. Sometimes maybe, but unless you win lottery, what do you mean? Yeah, this is the soul opening stream now. Suddenly, no longer bored. Yes. It's just you know, had I had uh, a full life, let's say, and a love life, none of this would have happened because I use this as a substitute. You know, that's very bad. these internet relationships or whatever they are. Sometimes I've used them or tried to use them as a substitute because pretty much given up, on this here where I live. Please. Reaper backwards is repair. Yeah, repair. Yeah, of course. I know. Okay. I'm glad you are no longer mad, Kay, by the way. He used to be pretty buff, so yeah, masculine. He knows something about masculinity. Well, yeah, thanks. I am quite philosophical as a person. I'm just unhappy. I feel better than I felt last month for sure. Yeah, so anyway, sometimes there's a hole in you, right? And you try to fill it with these things, meeting people online and yeah, but it can be really a double-edged sword. Of course, I heard. Yes, what can I say? I really don't take side. I don't take sides. I only side with people who are in trouble, and yeah, like the refugees. Because I was once a refugee myself. So yeah, I blocked you for 28 years. No, I have to live like a refugee. Tom Petty, he was great. He was not petty. It's the other way around, I would say. Jim Bear. I just think it's pretty despicable that nobody in the U.S. will say anything negative about Israel. Their actions, that's pretty lame to say the least, and despicable. Yeah, I prefer this background. You don't see my hair so much. Am I not divine? Am I not divine? Well, anyway, I wish Karen well. The last thing I want to say, I wish you well, really, and I hope you get less angry soon, right? All right, girl. Kay is not really your enemy, so I hope you understand that. I don't know if anybody is. So that's the last word on that. I like the piano back. I'm not producer Michael. Oh, sorry, I meant Dahlia. Yeah, I don't want to, I know how terrible it can be when people talk about you on other streams. Sorry. Once again, I'm sorry. Sorry. When they talk about you and it's not very positive, well, this is not negative, by the way. This is genuine wishing well. We don't need more drama. We don't need more bullshit. Let's move on. Peace. I want to be the reconciliator. That'll be my greatest achievement, really. Seeing producer Michael, he looks so funny. Yeah, I don't want to end this stream. Yeah, I just gotta get something to drink. I'll be back, of course. Yeah, definitely. I'm shooting for it. I'm aiming high, flying high in a friendly sky. Yes, I'm just lucky to have people here like Yoshi and Andy and Mike and M and Aram and K, everybody. Of course, K. And this damn chair. Sorry, that was the chair, really. It wasn't me. It's old. My own farting chair. Thank you, Aram. I never know how to do this properly, like this, and then, yeah, something like that. Wishing well. So, yeah, I want to say this to everybody who feels angry for anything. No, it really wasn't that. Come on. Just remember, whoever made you angry, we are just human after all. We all make mistakes, so you must have enough humanity in you to forgive and then try to find out, ask the person, why did you make me angry? Why did you say that? This is why I unblocked Spencer now, by the way. I thought this was enough. I had him blocked for almost a month. So, and then I saw that he liked my song, Spencer Influencer, and he realized I wasn't mocking him. So now we can make peace, and we have. I'm glad to hear that. No, sorry, I just yeah. Well, let's not be too authoritarian here, Yoshi. Dirty Harry style. I'm still recovering. Most of us are, especially when the jerks keep putting out that clip all the time. Yeah, yeah. That's what happens when you mix friendship and other things that should not be mixed. Daniel. Who's Daniel? Sorry, I cannot remember that name. It's been a fucking year, yeah. Yeah, it's hard when you have been patient with someone for a year because you think you expect something, and then that person just cuts you off, like kind of gives you the cold shoulder. It has taken me now quite a long time to realize it, but I know now Imaji really she's not what she wants is not friendship, online, and I don't blame her for it. But one should not pretend to be friends with people either. Uh, yeah, whatever, whatever. Trauma. We have hit 2 hours, folks. That's been a while now. And then you die of cirrhosis at the age of 58. No, I hope not. Yeah, it seemed like it, but just didn't go well in the end. It went wrong at 24. And you will find me, lying like this. No, not you, my mother. Really? Think so? Well, thank you. I mean, as I said, I don't want to judge anybody, but yeah, I would think we have a little different values, maybe, and I'm also quite a bit older, like 15 years, So we are at different in different stages of life, and when I was 32, I was still you know fighting with people online a lot and stuff like that, and not being quite mature, and so you cannot blame anybody for doing that at that age. Well, there was a hot Norwegian girl who can smoke keepers. Smoke me a kippa. I'll be back for breakfast. Yeah, who knows? I don't know really. Let's not talk about that person now anymore, right? I just don't want this to be misunderstood as a stream where I talk shit about anybody, because I'm not. Yeah, that's love. I really envy you, man. Yeah, muscular, man. My life was very special, very unorthodox, you might say, and full of trouble and yeah, obstacles. Some really big obstacles to overcome. So yeah. Anyway, not gonna go there. And now it's a sad story of my life, but I don't know. It seems like there are so many people right now that are hurting. As Yoshi said, they are hurting and they want to hurt other people, I guess. Or maybe they don't want it, but they do it still. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna. Yeah, yeah, it's true. We'll see. Yeah, this was just an experiment, let's say, or something, an experiment or an attempt at a closer kind of friendship that went wrong, and that's sad. But that's life, you know. That's life. That's life. In That's the thing, you know, when it comes to places like Fracom, and there are several different streams there, and people go on them. Some people go on many streams, you know, and then in one chat somebody says this, and the other somebody says something else, and it all gets twisted around, you know. Whatever has happened between you and somebody else. So yeah, that is Fracom. Thank you, she. A lot of life wisdom coming up. I banned you because you wouldn't shut up about mod. You would fill my comment section on every video with this nonsense about you going to live there to stay with her, and you know I don't care about it. So I hope you don't do it anymore. Anyway, then Jimbo he's been going. It's been a fucking year. But yeah, I like Jimbo, you know, because I know he's honest. He likes me, and yeah, he's a nice pet to have. I know. Trust me, I know. Uh, my Yoshi. Yoshi is the best confidant, best friend you can have. Yes. Yoshi is really great. And I loved our spirited chats in the smelly streams. Those were some great times we had, making fun of Dan and just having a blast. I think Yoshi's best and funniest comment in my stream was when he when he said that Dushan had a poster of Eugene. That was precious. Because Dushan was saying how beautiful Eugene, you know, is and stuff. I don't know really. He just disappeared from the radar, or maybe he has a different kind of account name now. I don't think he's there anymore. He's also in a very mature age, you know, so this stuff doesn't probably doesn't interest him anymore. Yeah, I don't know what happened. The last thing I remember, he was still on Maji's. He was her mod, and then that was it. Suddenly he was gone. That was like last year in, I don't know, March or April or something. Painting, yeah. That was pretty unique. You think so? Maybe. I don't know. I just think he got fed up with the whole thing. And I understand that very well. The man loves painting. What are you gonna do? I mean, the problem is too many people are immature with people, not streamers, but people who go to these certain chats, and yeah, and he just couldn't take more, bashing and ridiculing, I guess. Yeah, very fragile. Yeah, he was a little bit, like a little sensitive. You couldn't say just anything to. Well, I kind of signed on. I made my first account in 2007, so it's 18 years. But I didn't really start having a channel until 2015. That was a boxing channel back then, of course. And then a little later, I started talking about these things like politics and society and stuff. And yeah. And then in 21, I believe, or 22 or something, I started talking about fragrances first. Yeah, 22, early 22, probably. And then I discovered dance stream because of that, probably. Yeah, otherwise I wouldn't have popped up in my algorithm. So yeah, but I was watching, of course, guys like Jeremy and who else? Red Essence, and those guys, Ashton. Those are the first guys you get, of course. The algorithm again. Think it will start? I don't think so. Even if I mean, you can argue it started, but it's not going to be on the world scale, really. Not like the first two. I mean, even those first two didn't happen in the entire world, only in Europe and Northern Africa and the Pacific. Mr. Clean was a Fracom Jackson Pollock. Yeah, it did, and then it just all went to hell. Yeah, too many ego problems, too many fragile egos. And then wanted to find himself a girlfriend. Yeah, I don't, of course, I don't watch them. Come on, don't say stuff like that. It's really, that's great. Yeah, the thing with Dan, I think he had this kind of, I don't know, maybe he thought that guys like me and Mike were not posh enough for his streams, whatever. Um, it's funny when he was like, once I asked if I could come on, because he had told me previously that I could, and then I was like, and then I was backstage, and he said like, "Oh, boss insists on coming on," even though I told him that we have a tight schedule. And I was like, "What the heck? What's he saying?" Yeah, Why for Erica? Did she appear on your stream or something? Don't tell me she didn't. He ghosted. That's how he said ghosted. You he ghosted you. Oh yeah, for sure. It's yeah, a lot of the stuff wasn't handled really well. That's the problem. And Dan himself could be pretty uh, vindictive, sometimes. Yeah, but now it's all behind us. Emoji and clean streams. What about them? Yeah, they could be fun, I guess. Anyway, guys, I think I had enough now. I'm gonna turn it off. And all right, we had a pretty interesting stream, I must say. Yeah, that's true. Of course, we love Mike. I don't know her. That was before my time. Yeah, I think he called him. He said he wasn't the sharpest knife in the shed, where else, the drawer. Very nasty, but he did apologize later on. Sometimes when you keep saying stuff like that, no, no matter how many times you apologize, it's too much. Really, you've gone over the line, crossed the line. So yeah, I better turn off now. You can tell my voice is getting weaker now. And it's very late also. Yeah. Oh, Daniel, that's what you mean, Dan. All right. All right, yeah. Well, the worst thing was when actually that Erica's boyfriend came on Joey's stream and slagged Dan off big time. I didn't know that, but I didn't know what had happened back then. But suddenly Erica was there in the chat and bitching about how Dan would let her on. I think he probably should have let her on, but I don't blame him anyway. Knowing what kind of a terrible person she really is. Okay, people, bye now, alright? You all have a good and a safe Sunday evening, and yeah, we all were really, but she didn't give a shit about any of us. So, anyway, okay, guys, love you all. See you soon. I think I will be streaming more now, and yeah. There will be many boring nights and evenings, so now the summer is coming. Yeah, she is around. Of course, she's chilling like there's no tomorrow. Good night, Andy. Good night, everybody. Ta ta.